Hello, welcome to the channel. Hi, welcome to the channel. Hey, we can shut the fuck up. Right, I'm on my way to the Riverside. Last week we went a different way. This week we're going this way, which is actually longer. I don't know if it is longer. It's proven to be more busy, as you can see right now. Yeah, it's definitely more busy. So what the fuck? Why are we sitting here? What's happened? So this is proving that I'm making a mistake. Is there roadworks? What is it? I don't know what it is. I've got a red light now, but why were we sitting there for so long? Oh, there's nothing in front. There's nothing in front. What is it? Who's the idiot in this van? You on the phone or something? He was going through really slow when I was pulling out earlier. I don't know what he's up to. Oh, he's going away that way, so that's fine. The lights seem to take a long time. Anyway, going this way. So I don't know if you've noticed the latest videos, but I've been sort of having a bit of, what's the word? Problems with cyclists. So there's a guy, one of this person that watches my videos and comments, and we do so in a, let's say, an objectionable way to each other, whereas he hasn't been overly abusive like some of them were, and they got blocked, and he remained because we were able to. He got slightly abusive. He claimed that I was simple and stupid and ignorant, which are not, they're sort of low-level sort of insults. So it seems this guy. So we had a few backwards and forwards. Conversation last night. I went away to bed, so I got up this morning and he sent all that. So basically what we're kind of talking about here is 20 miles per hour zones, right? So now I'm more knowledgeable about the workings of it, what I would call the machinations, the political machinations. So I've wrote up a piece today which I replied to that guy, because I felt that we weren't getting anywhere, and he was deliberately trying to confuse me, and I mean that in a, you know, I'm a reasonably intelligent person, right? But I don't work for the government, I'm an artist, right? So I'm not going to know the ins and outs of government protocols, you know, orders and legislation and how that whole thing works. You know, you wouldn't expect me to, would you? And the majority of people, ordinary people, don't. But this guy does, right? So his name's John McD. So I don't know what that's short for. I do have a subscriber called John McDonald who is very supportive of my channel and my general ethos. So I don't want you to confuse that John McDonald with this what I think's McDonald. But I think it seems, I'm getting a picture of this guy. I believe that he possibly works for Falkirk Council or some kind of government job, some kind of, you know, job where you would. He sort of speaks like he knows about legislation and everything. So he's playing games with me, obviously not for my benefit, right? And he's playing on my ignorance for want of a better word, lack of knowledge that I have on the workings of the government and legislation. So I'll try and sum it up quickly, well, right now. So the 20 miles per hour zones have been implemented using temporary, what is it, TRO. So there's also TTRO, which is temporary traffic restriction order. So that would mean, say like here, you're going to have an orange march, or a protest, an LGBT protest, you would put an order on for here, you know, for whatever day it might be. So that's the legislation they've used for 20 miles per hour zones. So that's why Ian Livingstone said that his officers wouldn't enforce it, right? Because there's no legislation. There's absolutely no legislation to enforce it. So what this guy has been doing to me, this John McD, they use manipulative things against you. Think of the children as one. They'll use children to get what they want. They'll make out that you don't care about children, that you want to drive over the top of children, right? Obviously I don't. So this TT traffic, temporary traffic restriction, TTRO, TRO. So this has got a TTRO on it here. So if you look at, there's a government thing that you can read, a paper on the government website that explains it all. So what it's really for is for marches, protests. It's also for disability, you know, to allow disabled access or parking, right? It doesn't even mention speed in the whole fucking thing, right? But it does mention it's enforceable, but it's vague. So it doesn't mention speed limits. It also mentions that it's not enforceable, as in, well, no, it is enforceable, but it's expensive. So so say you want to park your disabled car outside your house, the council will come along and draw lines on it, right, on the road, but they won't bother doing a TT, temporary traffic restriction order. And the reason they won't is it's expensive, right? It's very expensive, right? That's why they don't do it. So these are a scam, people, folks listening to this. They are a scam. Same as the post office scandal, the same as PPI. How many scandals have we had? You know, plenty. It's just another scandal, another scam. You know, and these cycling types that fight for this, for whatever strange reasons they have, they often use children against me. They'll say, they'll bring children up. The Nazis did that. The Nazis used children as well in their arguments. You know, so, you know, the other option, I have people that I know who don't give a fuck about any of this stuff. That's their survival techniques. I'm not like that. I like to find out things, analyse things and look into things. So I've wrote up a thing about it, and I've already pasted it several times on to answer the guy, John McD, whatever your name is, John, who works for some kind of, what would you call it? It's an academic job. No, not really. It's not academic, is he? Do you know this is a stupid way to come to Riverside? I've just realised, and the reason it's a stupid way is because So these are a scam. These TT TTROs are a scam by the government, and it's because they can't get planning. So this guy, John McD, has just been trying to hoodwink me because he's got superior knowledge than I have because he works in that field, you know, and he understands, and so he's trying to be a smart arse. And the more I was reading what he was saying, I was realising that he was at it, you know. He wasn't being honest with me, but he doesn't like me. He's a cyclist, you know. He's not. We are opposed to each other, you know, I suppose. So the other thing about the cyclist thing is, I believe you should go around the roundabouts properly. You know, even if we've got a long wheelbase van, I've got a long wheelbase van, he's got a long wheelbase van. Go around them properly. You know. So this is a misuse of legislation is what they're doing. I feel strongly about that. I think that's wrong, and it should be exposed. And for their own political ends, it's all political. There's a T4. Way a T4. Wow. Political ends. That's why they're doing it. And you've got these twats like that because he's got a push bike, wants to visit us and force all the rest of us to follow on with all that crap just because he likes to go cycling around his way. And then the ironic thing is, you know, they don't like the cycle lanes, they don't suit them, and they don't get cleaned, and their bike tyres get punctured. You know, it's a never-ending, you know, vista of misery, whichever way you look at it. So that's my thing on the TT arrows and this cycling identity. I'm going to have to think up a name for them because I have got a push bike myself, you know, and I'm not saying that. I reckon a lot of my subscribers will probably have push bikes, you know, and so here's the bike lane here. Look at this, fucking waste of time. This is what's wrong. They've spent all that money on these things, and nobody uses the frickin' things. So this same clown, this same John McD, watched the video with the two cyclists coming out of the earth. We were in the national speed limit bit, and one of them was nearly in the middle of the road, and he says he couldn't see anything wrong. I didn't really argue with him with that. I don't really see much of the point because he's just going to come away with bullshit. I don't get how somebody doing like 25 miles per hour on a push bike should be allowed to block traffic on a main road. And how some clown like that can say that there's nothing wrong here. There's nothing to see. It's fine. And we're all supposed to follow this fucking thing. So we need to push back on this shit. So that's my bit about that. I mean, this video is probably going to be called that, I think, because I've spoke about it from start to finish. I've been putting pictures on the community page, cars and stuff. I'm going to clean later on, pick some stuff up. So today, really, Monday, it's an easy day. I've got a meeting, and really we'll have a look at the cars and stuff later. See how it goes. Yeah. So we get a parking space here. Maybe not, might not be lucky. Yeah, oh well, and then there. Oh, there's a white Volkswagen. That's a more modern variation of my one. 63, it's 2013. It's not exactly new, is it? Oh, look at the cyclist. There's a mad cyclist there. Well, watch we don't reverse into this wall. Gotta remember this thing's quite long. When I first got it, I did that. The first thing I did was reverse into a wall and busted up the I busted up the... Can't see the wall this morning because that freaking bush. It's behind that bush. Busted up the rear bumper. There's it there. Right there. Right, thanks for watching. Bye.